happy to be back in this episode. I'm a little disappointed I wasn't able to record yesterday, but there's only so much that can be done about it. We'll just jump right into it. This is what you like to see. I may get rid of this now, but I think I'll keep it for now. We're slowly mining this out, and in fact, I'm going to grab one of these and put them up here. Let's take a look at how we're doing inside the mine shaft, and I think I'm happy with it. We'll actually be able to do this inside the mine shaft the way I was hoping to do it. Look at that. So many great resources just everywhere. In the previous episode, my mic just stopped recording in the middle of the video and I hadn't noticed. I have to apologize for that. I might have to get a new microphone, as that just seems to be a feature of my current microphone, which is, it just sucks. And I really don't want to have to buy a new one. Really trying to save up. Let's continue off this crisscross pattern, even though that's going to take them quite a while to do. In fact, I might want to get rid of this, add another medium warehouse here, but this one will be for the stone. Let's get rid of you. I'm going to make this entrance here. The exit for these resources, and in fact, I should be able to... Hello? Oh no, I see the problem. It's a good thing that wasn't fully built yet. I'm gonna do that. And that way I can just go like this, and that should be at the right height as well. So now they have a way of getting resources right out of the mountain much easier for themselves. This should definitely speed things up. Make sure that's built as soon as possible. I should also repopulate this building since this sawmill. Since my only reason for not having it on is because we weren't producing enough logs. And I wanted to try and save up some, but at this point, I don't think that's necessary, because we'll definitely be producing a considerable quantity of logs coming from this area here. Already, we're producing a good amount of logs, and actually, that's not even, we haven't even moved the rock piece. Look at that, 83 logs. Hopefully be able to read your comments after this episode. I do like to read them and consider. I think I'm gonna test something because our colony is doing well enough. Look at that, 98 rebellion forever. I'm gonna test out the claw visage. I'm just gonna put it in a pretty high. Really, it can't be underground. Okay. Well, I'm gonna move it to here. Into a high value area so it can be seen. I also want to begin making underground water pipes. So I think I'll actually start over here. Whoa. Okay, so let's look at our food supply. So yeah, jam pastries is definitely doing well. I don't need to make smoked fish anymore, though I might want to make another building building to make the fish skewers. Are we overflowing? We are actually overflowing at this point. I may want to make a couple more storages over here, since this will definitely be a nice temporary storage, given it's a bit of a hub. Let us do a bit of thinking here. Since I'm basically just going to have an elevator down, just so, 2, 3, I'm going to do that. Is this the right height? Where's the farm? I still don't see the farm. Okay, let me undo. So there's the farm. Let me see, we're still mining down, mining down, mining down. So that's actually the perfect height. Okay. I'm going to make this a few wide. 2 wide I think is good, so that we can have our whiskers move around and I can have miners in. Definitely have this out, because I want to be able to make or add the steam radiators when we finally have that research. Yeah, this steam radiator is very good. And I think you can put it underground so you don't directly have the whiskers go near them. But until then, definitely. I'll make another little hole this way, and I'll probably make the steam layer just underneath this, or I'll just have this be both the water and the steam layer. And in fact, I'm going to make a layer. I'm going to make a way to get in from here. Boom, alright, so you can already see this guy here is filling up, which you want to see. Good amount of stone. Of course, night research isn't a thing. Let's get rid of you, since this area. I'll keep this flax spinner here, because he really doesn't need all that much. And in fact, I don't think I need even 2 whiskers working here. But I will keep 2 whiskers. Okay. Can I go with... Something to think about in the future is I might want to have another school, which I will have look for whiskers with the trait. I can't see it here. Can't smell. And I'll go specifically for these 2 kinds of buildings. The Farmers Guild and the Miners Guild. Because the Miners Guild is both for the Sifting Tower and for the Ore Furnace and the Blast Furnace. And this right here. It's still, again, it's too bad I can't just search that up. Because I don't think I have a massive supply of whiskers that have the can't smell. I definitely have them. Can I replace you? Where do you work? You work here? So we really just want to go around and make sure we're optimizing this as much as we can. What traits do you have? Sickly. Considerate. Sickly again. Ooh. Content. Compassionate. It'd be cool if when I hover over them, I can see their traits. So that one's fine. I'll take you. I'll take you. Okay. You can see immediately we're slowly I'm really looking to make it more and more efficient as much as I can, as much as possible. Yeah, we're definitely doing good on tailored cloaks, but are we... Let's look at yesterday and the day before. Let's look at the day before. This day 132. So we produced 130 or 150 tailored cloaks, excuse me, and 51 bedding. Of that, we needed to consume 219 fabric, and we produced 216 fabric. So we're producing greater than our current limits, or our current production of fabrics. We needed 174 threads, but we only produced 160. 112 yesterday. Ugh. Is that consistent? Yeah, okay. So at the moment, if I produced more threads... So each one of these produces roughly 30 to... Oh my god. Yeah, roughly 30 or so threads. 40. And see which ones are the more efficient. And again, we need to make sure this area is more efficient. Not that it's strictly necessary at this stage of the game, given our current production and how much gold. I mean, look at that valuation. We are currently on day 134, and I don't think I've ever had this valuation before. This is probably the largest and most valuable colony I've ever made. Because usually at this point I get a little bored, because it starts to get a little tedious. Kind of.
We claws are a humble race. We rarely make such uncouth demands as may be our...
Yeah, I can just accept it. Oh, okay, you just got hit by the claw's visage. So that's a 30 speed boost. That's not bad. And all that for one intimidating visage? 30, though. That's actually kind of crazy. It would be cool if it gave it a bit of a production bonus, because that's the big one I care about. But definitely have... Oh, if I could have that here. Oh my god, look at that. Actually, I could have it. I can't have it here, because they're not going to be... Okay, I definitely want to expose this station soon, relatively soon. For a couple of reasons. Mostly so that I can have both the better heating stove, as well as so I could put the claw's visage and maybe a decorative fountain. And actually, I'm gonna move these buddies over here. Why does it feel like... Okay, there we go. Let them go there. Pirate blockade. 37, and in fact, I take that away. 15 of these. Yeah. Save a cloak. I think you can see that we can just pay these guys off. Craft faster. So, I think this school is kind of in a bad spot now. I put that there a long time ago. Okay, I'm going to start looking... I have a lot of rerolls, so I'm going to start looking for whiskers who have the can't smell. Kind of specifically, and I'm just not even going to care about anything else. As long as there aren't like an unsafe worker or something else. So this only has a 1 can't smell. I want at least 2 can't smells. Perfect. I'm going to take you and you. I'll take you and you. I'll take you. And that's all. I'll take this one as well. The rest I won't take. I'm going to start getting a little picky with the whiskers that I take right now, because I will continue to expand the colony, but I also want to make sure that the whiskers that I do end up taking don't cause problems in the future. Currently, we're high summer, 35 degrees. It'd be cool if we could heat stroke, you know? Also, this is usually not worth it. Okay, so let's kind of calculate how much, because this right here, the machinery, that alone is worth 144 each, so 144 times 3, 300, almost 400 gold. This right here, though, that's pretty valuable. 48 by 55. So this right here is actually overpriced. So is this. This one's pretty massively overpriced. And I really don't need to get machinery from supply ships, given that all this really does is help you when you're in need, which I'm really not, and also burden you with a large tax debt, which I really do not care for. And so far, I've not seen any reason that having low trust matters, because I don't think it really even increases your tax yield, given the current valuation of the colony. Okay, so that's a little concerning. Having this buddy right here go here and then come to this station. So I do have this, which then is connected, and you can go that way, which is where you want to go. But he instead walked over here? I guess it's not that far. At this point, I don't care if the whiskers are here. I'm just going to put down how they're going to be getting up in and out with a elevator. So you can see it's just a random elevator in the ground. Once we get them up, this one I definitely want to have an elevator here. And with that, I'm gonna kind of just leave it. Hello. It's alright. They'll be mining this out in a second here, but I'll just kind of move you to have that kind of hello. Oh, there you go. There you go. Don't need any fire tenders. Jumps. That's kind of cool. Something I want to know is if they have this. Oh, they can inspire. They still have the inspired buff. That's I don't know how I feel about that actually, because like if you're getting intimidated by a claw visage, how would you still be inspired? Because you should be afraid. A whisker should be terrified of a claw visage and realize, oh god, I shouldn't be afraid of the Empire. I shouldn't be afraid of the claw. I should be afraid of the claws. Is this too much? Are they not able to get their outputs fast enough? Or put their outputs fast enough? Okay. With that building, I'm gonna go for some of these older researches, something like oil press, because that's something we could use. I will definitely be putting down probably like 2 civic offices. I do like the idea of just having the civic offices like right here, and moving the school as soon as I can, which is going to be a while. In the future, production chains like this, I can't even think of another production chain that's like this. This might be the only one in the game, really, at the moment, where you take the cotton gin, and it goes over to the weavers, which then go over to the tailors. There's the apothecary, I guess. There's also the if you go from the blast furnace making steel to the blacksmith to make gears, which I can't remember the exact recipe for. Bronze bars, steel, and oil. So this is kind of another one that's like that. Same with the fine kitchen, which I'll definitely be making a production chain for, similar to this, though I won't have this right beside this area. I'll have it right beside the food production area, and we'll definitely have a ton of speed boosters for that. Oh, actually, I just realized, if I'm gonna have both, see, they're really starting to put some work out. Oh, hello. Definitely the cut stone. I'm gonna grab another one, which I'm just gonna put somewhere. At this point, it doesn't particularly matter where I put the civic offices, because no whiskers actually have to physically go into that office. So I'm gonna set that just kind of in the middle of nowhere right now, until I have an area that I'm satisfied with. Oh my god, you have to go on a journey, which sucks, but that's why I have this being made. So that when I want to dump the stone from the top of the mountain, they'll just place it like here, and that'll be it. Office created, more policies. Okay, now I'm actually going to go with the strip mining. And I will definitely be able to get the Eureka moments back, which, even if it's not a super large amount of research extra per day, it builds up. It's always a percentage. That's all I particularly care about, is the percentage bonus that you get from that building, or from that policy. So we have enough threads, we have enough fabrics, each building has extra. Yeah, so this one, the bedding can be improved. This one, yes. This tailor can be boosted. This one definitely, this weaver can be boosted. So can this one, so can this one. End of the day. Look at that. Look at that. Tailor cloak strong. Threadbare clothing. What I might have to do is start putting down buildings. Like, I'll probably put down what I'm essentially going to call a shopping center here, or just like a place for them to pick up clothes, because for whatever reason they're not getting the clothing that I want them to get for the bonuses that they get. I'm just going to put down a small warehouse, which I'll just put like right here for now. This one I'm 100% going to get rid of, because I really want to redesign this little hub. I am satisfied with this area for now, but I definitely don't want this to stay this way. Because it's efficient for now, but I also want to make sure that the nauseating pollution isn't always there. Do I have the copper? Am I running out of copper? No, I'm not running out of copper. What's the problem here? What I really want to see is this to be like an endless stream, so that when these buildings are producing, they're always producing at the maximum efficiency, and that I don't want to see this be empty, or just not moving. I want it to be moving as much as possible. Okay, there we go. Let's get Eureka moments back up. I'll definitely at one point have 8 offices, just to, like, even if I don't have like a ton of policies in it. I'm just gonna actually unlock any research research or policies that I don't have right now. Not because I'm going to use them all, but just so that they're like ready in case I want to use them. Again, we definitely want to expose this, but for right this second, I want to actually expand this row of housing up here to be a little bit longer. Actually, let's give these guys... also do this. So we'll get this, then this. Oh, we have to double up. Uh-oh. Okay, let me rethink this now. Station's getting a little tight here. Do I get rid of this staircase here? Replace it with a... No, because that would block off this, so I have to place it here. Like this, this, and this. That adds a little bit of scaffolding, but that should be okay. That way they can get up and down easier. Because all that really matters is that they can get to this main area. Something I should also do. That's there. Oh. How is our current dirty fur negative? The approval is not amazing. We're losing out on a good amount of approval from the intimidating visage. But that should be fine. I want to leave room in here for that intimidating visage. Let's bring these miners out of this area here. Give them this area so they can move much quicker. Yeah, okay, so this might be an issue. It doesn't look like it's an issue at the moment because these guys are producing very consistently, and that's all I really care about. This one's not really consistent right now, but these buildings are consistently producing at roughly 50 per day. These ones roughly 20-something per day. That's about the most I can hope for, is that these guys are producing at the maximum possible. Make sure any padding that needs to be upgraded is upgraded. Make sure my microphone doesn't randomly cut out, which is just, that's so annoying. I am very happy with this colony so far, though. I will definitely be continuing to shave this down. We still don't have a good amount of stone here. Damn. This one is just so close. I'm actually going to put down a couple more miners here, just to make sure this gets done relatively soon. Hopefully the night miner crew, or the night builder crew, will be up and doing that for me. Already they're using this path, though I should start putting a couple more paths over here. This is another issue with putting our buildings so tight, in that there's only a single lane. I can't put decorations down. Small oversight, but you know what? That's alright. Let's, move this out one. Add. That way they can get up easier. This way we're utilizing our approval as efficiently as possible. So the rockiness is definitely not being fully worked on at the moment, but that should be okay. I guess I forgot, since there's statistics, we can see if they get rocks, and it looks like they are not getting any rocks at all. That was a question I had asked a few episodes ago, so let's see. And look at our jam pastries. I think we're actually going to get an insane amount of money for our jam pastries. Look at that. Actually, I don't even have to sell all of these. I can sell a ton of jam pastries. We have so much extra, and I should definitely be clearing out our storage. 400 jam pastries. Beautiful. You can see just how much the colony's wealth jumps every time the smuggler comes by. It's because we're always... Okay, here we go. Here we go. What do we got? What do we got? Do I even want anything? I could, at this point, go for the 175% basically every time, but I don't think I need to, really. Bare minimum, I'll go with 20. Actually, I don't... So at this point, I think it's a good idea to just cut off any natural resources that I mine, because those are non-renewable. Things like cotton and flax and berries and fish, I'll keep selling for sure, as well as the gold bullion, but I'm going to stop selling stuff like iron or potash or coal or even like logs, because it's just not a worthy investment at this point in the game. Bare minimum. Bye-bye. Look how much fish I'm giving them. Again, I'm gonna re-roll once or twice to make sure I get a couple, at least, bare minimum, 2 whiskers who can't smell. I don't want to waste all of my resources. I'll settle with 1 at this point. You. Good enough. I'll take you. I'll take you. We definitely have more than enough food production, so I can just take a bunch of them. Actually, I can just take all of them this time. We definitely have enough housing. We'll keep building the housing for sure. Absolutely. I'll take you. Take the extra free whisker. Supply ship, and I'm just going to look at your resources. Send them deeper into the caverns. Make sure we're getting everything we can. Everything that isn't buttoned down. Let's get these whiskers deeper into the cavern as well. This way we're doing both sides of the mine shaft. How are we doing up here? Oh my god! You telling me if I just kept going I'd have seen this much gold? I am one greedy bastard, so I will actually postpone the finishing of this to get that gold. Give me that gold. Give me the gold. Give me that gold. Make sure these whiskers are also the most efficient. I will temporarily pause this, actually, because I do just want to get them to finish this. I'm going to go against what I said like 5 seconds ago. Really smart. What the heck? I've never seen this before. Weird. Kinda cool. sure this guy here is lined up. At this point, our current big export is jam pastries. We're getting a ton from that. Sorry, I just had to answer a text. At this point, I might actually want to add that extra smokery. Though, to be honest, it's kind of pointless. And in fact, I'm not even going to add another mushroom farm. Because our jam pastries are just doing so well, it's doing gangbusters. And we don't even need anything else. I could even add another one, but given our current size, the amount of whiskers working, I just don't think that's necessary. Oh wow, okay, so we're definitely being as efficient as we can be, because all of our approval is being used up, which is very nice. Very good. Using about 8 extra research per day. Doesn't sound like a massive amount, but that's like almost a third of our research that we're making is coming from the Eureka Moments, which is just free research, and we are not researching anything. Let's go with the steam radiator now, just so we can get that kind of pumped up and ready. I'm gonna add... Should I add the oil press? I've never had the oil... Oh, it requires steam, okay. I'm gonna continue working on this steam area now, and by doing that... put the steam guy right there. Add the steam pipe going there, so that it's building up. Ooh, okay, okay. Fish skewers, jam pastries. Let's see what our current negatives are. Threadbare clothing, 8 at a warehouse is a big one that we can get rid of. Personal space is, I think, loners, that's fine. Root encounter, again, that's fine. 8 raw food is also a problem, but that's just included with the other food problem. I'm probably going to add another dining hall over here. This one, reject all, empty. I'm going to give this guy a supply of about 100 tailored cloaks, so that we can get all of our tailored cloaks out here. Still stuck with about 9 logistics hubs, which I want to get rid of. Okay, here we go. Here are you. Let's go. Buildings, everything else. Starting to become a little windy. these. This one fits okay. I will actually just whitelist every mineable stone resource except for stone itself. So they'll dump everything else they get into this. And with that, I'll now begin strip mining. Slightly different kind of strip mining in that I'm just going to strip off like that. And in fact, let's make sure getting this as efficient as I can make it. There we go. So looks like it's starting to flow. I'm gonna hire up these whiskers out here. I don't care what their current positions are. In fact, I kind of do. I don't care about the educated right now because they don't really have any much use. I actually don't have any really. Okay, I'm gonna just replace you with you. Here comes the stream of stone. It's almost entirely going to be stone, but there's definitely a bit of other stuff in there. Make sure I'm stripping down padding like this. This way, this area here will get a constant stream of stone. You don't have to worry about having them brought over by the logistics. It's not that big of a deal. Beauty, beauty, beauty. We have tons of stone in storage though, so I might actually have a couple of logistics hubs temporarily placed. I'll place 2 logistics hubs over here so I can speed this up a bit. So we'll have 2 different sources. One straight from the horse's mouth, straight from the mountain. Hello. Excuse me, here you go. Do you need some help? Let's see where she's at. Buttercup. Buttercup, I know you're sickly and slow, but like, what's this? Let's save you. Oh, look, it's a guy's voice. What? The other days for this. Alright, let's see how this looks. So we're now producing about 40 per in this building. Same here. Same here. Oop, this one, again, isn't fully... So you're currently doing 180. Let's replace you with the 240. Sure, I'm not going to replace you guys for now. Make sure these buddies right here are as efficient as they can be. Can I replace you? Doesn't matter. You're good. You're booty. So this was producing. Wait, Jesus, lag behind. So this should definitely continue to make this area more efficient. It's about as efficient as it can be. Look at that. Almost every single building, I think nearly every single house has bedding now, and we're starting to produce a little bit extra. We have 15 sitting in storage. I may make a special squad to kind of focus on shaving this part of the mountain down. And in fact, I think that's what I'm going to do. Do you have potash going on here still? Absolutely you do. Potash is still going for you here. Though probably not for too long, actually. I think this one is a slightly more important thing. So I'm actually just going to even place a hopper over here to speed this up. There we go. And this one also. Stone only. Excuse me. $13 gold bullion, 42 raspberries. Berries. Let's make sure that they go out and take care of this area a little more soon, a little sooner than the rest. Whiskers, I won't say no to that. Let's see our efficient pathing and our efficient belts. Let's re-roll. Any more whiskers that can't smell? One more time. I want at least one. Are we serious, game? Are we serious, gang, here? We're not a single can't smell whisker? This is what I mean by the game sometimes just, it just doesn't want to give you what you want. Like, I think it knows that I want a whisker that can't smell. Alright, at this point, I can't keep rolling. I want to save at least 3 of these in case I need them, which I don't think I will. But, you know what? That's okay. I'll accept the pessimist. I'll accept you and you. Nosy, which I won't accept right now. Optimist and compassionate. I'll accept you, and the rest I will not accept. Look at that. Bedding and tailored clothes and everything else that I can get a hold of. These ones, I don't care who's in there again, just because I need them moving as much as possible. Yeah, you can see now they're going to fill this up. Or they're going to fill it up. These whiskers are moving as fast as they possibly can to start doing this, and I'll just kind of come back to this as necessary, which I don't think I will come back for quite a while. And I'm building this scaffolding scaffolding so that they don't just focus on the stuff that's closest. They also go around and make sure they're mining out any excess. And we do get all these logs back, so it's not really a big expense for us here. It is a bit of an expense, like this right here, 7 logs for this. But I want to make sure that they don't skimp out. Actually, I don't think they're going to do anything with this, but I'll come back to that, and we'll see what happens. At least they're grabbing their tailored cloaks here. Did I not say tailored cloaks are good? No, tailored cloaks are good. Oh, I see what's going on. I was rejecting all. Is there any other buildings I said reject all on because I wanted to empty them? Excuse me, I'm gonna quickly check on something. Already day 138. Our population is continuing to balloon. I like this right here. Very good, very good. I'm assuming this area is... Oh, it's not actually. Well, they probably don't have much going on out here. They're probably angry at me, saying, oh god, he's giving us more work. No, I thought he forgot about us. Alright, let's start off with a good supply of wheat. Oh. Come on, man, give us a little more to work with here. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can get rid of a bunch of our fuel, because that's taking up a bunch of storage. 700 fuel just to empty out our storage a little bit, and a bunch of jam pastries and tailored cloaks. Well, I'm hoping to hit a valuation of at least 100,000 before we get to day 150. Given our current trajectory, it would be cool if I could see kind of like something like this, like kind of like a scale or like a statistics screen just for the current valuation of our colony and our storage. That would be amazing. So I don't think this is actually working here. I'm going to redo this. By redo, I mean I'm going to do what I've been doing previously, which is like this. Hitting random buttons. I'm gonna reject all of them actually. I'll take you. I'll take a miner. And I can't take that miner because he's a monarchist. I'm making enough that I don't have to worry about heavy eaters, because the problem with heavy eaters is that they'll take another bit of food, and early game, especially within the first like 2 winters, that's pretty damaging. If you have more than like 2 of those, it can really just eat out your food supplies. Let's take a look at our current... Very good, very good. Let's move these buddies up. Focus up, focus up. They will meet in the middle soon. Let's put one whisker here so that we can start working on the steam boilers. 1 fuel per 30 seconds. And how much? I don't know how much steam this produces. And it's all about the steam. How much steam am I going to get out of this? Hopefully we'll be able to get rid of that. As soon as we breach, as soon as this little area right here is breached, I'm just gonna move these whiskers over here, and I'm gonna remove the elevator. Okay, you can see this here. I'm also gonna mine that. So I kind of want to see where this starts. So ooh, okay. So the mushroom farm is right underneath it. So this right here is actually pointless. So this mushroom farm is actually becoming problematic given where its current location is. Oh, actually, no, it's not. No, we that doesn't matter. I'm gonna do this. And I go like that. The reason that is because all I really care about is above the track. Because I can go like that. And give it a speed boost. I'm also gonna go over here and consider... like this. So that I can put the speed boosters here as well. So we're going to be starting to produce steam. Yeah, look at that. So this consumes 1 water, and that produces 100 steam. Is that what's going on? So this produces 100 steam per. For every 1 water, it produces 100 steam. Is that, or 50 steam? Okay, so for every 1 water it consumes and fuel, it consumes, it produces a piped steam. Okay. Maybe I'll consider having more of this. Until then, what's this thing? It's looking fine. It's gonna look very janky over there until we have it all sorted out. Let's get this over here. Let's add our first rail boosters. Okay, so now we're running into another problem. Can I flip this? I cannot flip it. It's only on one side of the track. Okay. That's interesting. I can't flip it. Okay, so this is one of those buildings that I absolutely must be able to flip. Because, like, certain buildings, like this guy right here, the small warehouse, that's, like, one of the few buildings you can actually flip. Same with these steep stairs. So this one, I think, would be very simple to be able to flip around. Similar to the small warehouse. Just flip the texture around. It'll look fine. Also, okay, so this is high enough that I'd be able to put it. Okay, so let's redesign this slightly. Because I do still want them kind of touching each other like this. I wasn't really entirely considering how I was going to do the rail booster, because I had been hoping you were able to, like, flip them, you know, because that makes sense, because you can flip other buildings, but I guess you can't. This is going to look ugly, and I'm sorry, but it must be done. Add one there. I'll add one there. So let's see how these rail boosters go. And I have to replace this one right here. Do I have to replace the other one? I don't. Let's see how Whoa! Okay, so I think one is okay for now. This isn't actually as ugly as I expected. I do actually need to replace... Which I should place it right here, that's fine. Let's put down... I replaced the heating stove that was there. Let's see how quickly... Boom. So that'll really boost our current rail travel. I don't need to boost this one because it doesn't really matter all that much. Alright, and I think that comes to the end of the episode. Slightly shorter than usual, but not by too much. I'll let this day end. This episode we've been continuing to optimize every single one of our production lines. Rockiness is dropping over here, which is good. We'll continue expanding our housing. And continue mining out our area of the mountain, making it even more efficient, and also finally exposing this bit right here. I guess I was entirely wrong about these whisker claw visages. I had thought that it didn't provide much bonus, but I guess that was dumb of me. You know, it happens in this game, and in gaming in general. Could be wrong. We continue to expand our piped steam network, working on our underground. Oh, hello. Listen, man, I see gold. I gotta go for the gold. I gotta go for that gold, even if I have to pause my outro. Okay, anyway, we'll continue mining down this right here, exposing our station. As soon as we can, we'll get this right here finished, and we'll have our piped steam going, as well as piped water, so that we'll be able to make the bathhouses in the next episode. That'll be replacing our showers over here. I'll just get rid of them entirely and add kind of a row of bathhouses either here, or I'll just get rid of this building temporarily, build it somewhere else, and just have this bit right here be where I want the bathhouses to be, because it just makes more sense. Then I can get rid of this guy here, this guy right here, the water pump, and in fact I can just have him over here. I can give him the oil bonus, and in fact I can make a couple more buildings over here. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm very much looking forward to the future of this colony and our future expansions. I hope to see you in that. Have a good one. This has been Japa.